Good morning, student. Welcome in second video. This is topic number 4, molecular basis of inheritance. Today we will discuss about DNA replication. The DNA molecule regulates and controls all the activities of the cell. Because of its unique structure, it is able to control the synthesis of other molecules of the cell. At the same time, when the cell reproduces, the DNA also should duplicate itself to distribute equally to the daughter cells. As a carrier of genetic information, DNA has to perform two important functions. Number 1, heterocatalytic function of DNA. When DNA directs the synthesis of chemical molecules other than itself, then such functions of DNA are called heterocatalytic functions. That is, the synthesis of RNA by the process of transcription and synthesis of protein by the process of translation. These are the example of heterocatalytic functions. Then second one, autocatalytic function. When the DNA directs the synthesis of DNA itself, then such function of DNA is called autocatalytic function. For example, replication of DNA. Then see the definition of DNA replication. The process by which the DNA duplicates itself is called as replication. Through replication, it forms two copies that are identical to it. In eukaryotic organisms, the replication of DNA takes place only once in the cell cycle. It occurs in the S phase of interphase in the cell cycle. DNA replicates through semi-conservative mode of replication. The model for semi-conservative replication was proposed by Watson and Crick on the basis of antiparallel and complementary nature of DNA strand. Then see the actual process of DNA replications and the steps involved in the process of DNA replication. The first step is activation of nucleotide. There are four types of nucleotides of DNA, that is deoxyribose adenosine monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, cytosine monophosphate and thymine monophosphate are present in the nucleoplasm. They are activated by ATP in presence of an enzyme phosphorylase. This results in the formation of deoxyribonucleotide triphosphates, that is deoxyribonucleotide adenosine triphosphate, guanosine triphosphate, cytosine triphosphate and thymine triphosphate. The process is known as phosphorylation. Then the second step, the point of origin or initiation point. It begins at the specific point O, that is origin, and terminates at the point T. The unit of DNA in which replication occurs is called as replicon. In prokaryotes, there is only one replicon. However, in eukaryotes, there are several replicons in the tandem. At the point O, enzyme endonuclease nicks one of the strand of DNA temporarily. The nick occurs in the sugar phosphate backbone or the phosphodiester bond. Then, third step, unwinding of DNA molecule. Now, the enzyme DNA helicase operates by breaking weak hydrogen bonds in the vicinity of O. The strands of DNA separate and unwind. This unwinding is bidirectional and continues as Y-shaped replication fork. Each separated strand acts as a template. The two separated strands are prevented by from recoiling, that is rejoining, by SSBP enzyme, that is single strand binding protein. The SSBP remain attached to both the separated strands so as to facilitate the synthesis of new polynucleotide strand. The next step is replication fork or replicating fork. The point formed due to unwinding and separation of two strands appear like a Y-shaped fork called replicating fork or replication fork. The unwinding of strand imposes strain which is relieved by superhelix relaxing enzyme. Then next steps, the synthesis of new strand. Each separated strand acts as a mold or template for the synthesis of new complementary strand. It begins with the help of a small RNA molecule called RNA primer. RNA primer get associated with the 3' end of template strand and attract the complementary nucleotides from surrounding nucleoplasm. These nucleotides molecules bind to the complementary nucleotides on the template strand by forming hydrogen bond, that is adenosine with thymine or thymine with adenosine, guanosine with cytosine or cytosine with guanosine. The newly bound nucleotides get interconnected by phosphodiester bond forming a polynucleotide strand. The synthesis of new complementary strand is catalyzed by enzyme DNA polymerase. The new complementary strand is always formed in 5' to 3' direction. The next step, the leading and lagging strand. The template strand with free 3' end is called as leading template and with free 5' end is called as lagging template. The process of replication always starts at third carbon end of template strand and proceed toward the carbon number 5. As both the strands of parental DNA are antiparallel, the new strands are always formed in 5' to 3' direction. One of the newly synthesized strands develop continuously toward the replicating fork is called as leading strand. Another new strand developed discontinuously away from the replicating fork is called as lagging strand. The DNA synthesis on lagging template takes place in the form of small fragments called as Okazaki fragments. Okazaki fragments are joined by enzyme DNA ligase. After the completion of process, the RNA primers are removed by DNA polymerase and replaced by DNA sequence with the help of DNA polymerase 1 in prokaryotes and DNA polymerase alpha in eukaryotes. Finally, DNA gyrase, that is topoisomerase enzyme, forms double helix to form daughter DNA molecules. The last step, the formation of daughter DNA molecules. At the end of replication, two DNA molecules are formed. In each daughter DNA, one strand is parental and other one is totally newly synthesized. Thus, 50% part is contributed by mother DNA, hence it is described as semi-conservative replication. Thank you.